Welcome back to another Dokkan battle video where today I proceed to suck this Kid Buu off because he is very good and people are very disrespectful of him. So let me go ahead and Dokkan awaken this beast for y'all real quick. In case y'all did not know, this is a preparing for Dokkan Battlefield video. We're going to be looking at the intelligence super, well, okay, let me not say super, but the intelligence extreme leader here, this intelligence Kid Buu. Now, this unit is ridiculously powerful. I want you guys to tell me if you think this guy is not good, okay? So this is Transcendent Majin Buu Kid, so, you know, Kid Buu, or in the Japanese version, it's Buu Pure. The Japanese, like, references to this Majin Buu, they refer to him as pure Majin Buu rather than Kid Buu, which is kind of like the English or American type of thing. Whatever, Funimation, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. So we know what the leader skill is. That's the extreme type key plus 3 and HP attack and defense 120%. And then the super intelligence type key plus 1 and then HP attack and defense 50%. So his super attack, Super Vanishing Ball, causes immense damage to enemy and recovers 12% HP. Very good. 12% is a lot. Again, when we start getting healths above 250,000 to 300,000, like we're talking about, you know, like 10 to 30,000 health recovery when Buu is going to be using this super attack. Now, his passive is single-mindedness, attack 100%, plus attack 70% when HP is 30% or above. Now, when you factor the fact that you're going to have 2 of this Buu along with Buuhan on the team, you are very likely to have that above 30% threshold basically the entirety of the fight. You're going to be healing so rapidly and so often that this passive, for all intents and purposes, is basically just 170 fucking percent. This Buu hits hard. Now, here's the reason why a lot of people kind of, I want to say, are misinformed about this Kid Buu right here, is his links. He has Big Bad Bosses, Infinite Regeneration, Brutal Beatdown, Fierce Battle, The Wall Standing Tall, Majin, and more than meets the eye. The thing about this Buu, is that he has 0 key links. None. Zilch. So he's going to start off every rotation with 6 key. So in order to make this team work in Extreme Intelligence, you have to have 3 or 4 support units. Orb Changers, just units straight giving key like Metal Cooler, Turles, Baby Trunks, the Namek Saga Scouter Vegeta. You have to have a team full of those units for this Buu to really have his potential reached. Now, the one cool thing is he does have a very good linking buddy with Buuhan. So Big Bad Bosses, of course, attack and defense 25%. Fierce Battle, so attack goes up 15%. So now we're looking at 40% attack. Then we have Wall Standing Tall, 55% attack, since Wall Standing Tall is 15%. And then last we have Majin, which is another 10% to attack and defense on the Japanese version of the game. So this man is getting, what, 35% attack and... Wait, I completely got fucked up there. Okay, so 15, 45... Wait, 55% attack? Yo, this is so embarrassing. I'm being exposed right now. Okay, 20... So 40%, 55%, 65%. Okay. So, Kid Buu is getting 65% additional attack from being linked with Buuhan. I mean, we don't need to be math, geniuses here to understand that when you get his passive, which is 170%, plus his partnership with Buuhan, this boy's going to be hitting quite hard. Okay? And here's the other thing, too. If Ultimate Gohan is indeed going to be a Buu Saga category leader, then, I mean, I don't know how well this Kid Buu would fit on the team, considering he would need supports, but, like, you get this Kid Buu all of these percentages working in his favor, and then under a 150% lead, you're talking about true death. I mean, at that point, this Buu would have to be one of the hardest hitters in the game. Now, of course, one thing about those percentages is big bad bosses, your health does need to be below 80% in order for it to activate, and you will be healing so much that a lot of times you won't have that. But still, huge thing I gotta mention is that people mistakenly believe this Buu is trash, and he's just not. It's just flat out not the case. That Intelligence Kid Buu is good. Super Saiyan 3 Broly's bad. Intelligence Kid Buu is good. You just have to work. You have to work to get his power. It's not instant like Super Saiyan 4 Goku or something. Next, I want to talk about this Strength Buu right here. This is an SR that you can easily get all the time. You know, he's on all the banners now on JP. Both of these units will be on Global sooner rather than later. We've reached the point where Global is probably going to start spitting out Dokkan Fest incredibly quickly. So I should kind of remind you guys to be very prepared for that. So what we have here, this is Childish Demeanor Buu Kid, or Buu Pure as it in the Japanese version. A lot of people refer to this guy as Sexy Buu. Now, I don't really, like, hate that, but that's not really a proper descriptive of what this Buu is doing. He's taunting Goku and Vegeta right here. There is a Sexy Buu version when he's trying to kiss a girl in the anime that can be more referred to as Sexy Buu. Funny enough, the face that he creates is actually Barry Kahn's face. It's kind of an Easter egg that they brought that actor that was in this magazine back in Dragon Ball Super. That's the guy who Gohan fights as Great Saiyaman. But whatever, we got way off track. Not a big fan of the Sexy Buu name, but if that's what you want to call him, I'm not going to argue that. It's whatever. Leader skill is Strength and Tech types Ki +2, and HP and Attack 50%. No defense, so that's not the greatest. His super attack is Planet Burst. Supreme damage to enemy and lowers defense, not great there. His passive is Attack and Defense 70% and Disable Opponent's Guard. Now, I still swear that there's confusion about what exactly this Disable Opponent's Guard actually does. As far as I'm aware, what it does is that when only this Buu hits, it's only got to be this Buu, when he hits an enemy that is strong to him, he'll break the guard and do normal damage, but I don't think that affects the rest of your team. So for example, if you're fighting the Super Vegito boss, Super Vegito is AGL, which is the type that is strong to strength. So if this Kid Buu attacks Super Vegito, he'll be able to do normal damage as though he was attacking a tech unit or an intelligence unit, something along that. I don't think it doesn't like break it for other party members. I actually really like, I gotta find someone who really knows like the in and outs of the game to really get confirmation for that. But as far as I'm aware, and as other people around me are aware, that's the way it works. But the fact that he does give himself 70% to attack and defense, like he is a clutch option for extreme strength, I'm not gonna lie. His links are Majin, Brutal Beatdown, More Than Meets the Eye, Big Bad Bosses, Infinite Regeneration, The Wall Standing Tall, and Fierce Battle. So of course his links are very similar to the Intelligence Kid Buu. You know, how well will this guy work on extreme strength when the fact that you're going to need supports, or he's really not going to get the super attack that often? I don't know, but he is still definitely an interesting option. The next Buu we're going to do, in case you guys haven't noticed today, is a Buu-centric episode. We're going to do this Tech Kid Buu, who Dokkan awakens into the Southern Supreme Kai Absorbed Buu. Now, what's funny about this guy is the Gaming Claw actually just did a meme video about this guy. That shit was really hilarious. I definitely will invite you guys to check that out. If I remember, I want to put it in probably the description of this video, because it is funny. It's like a quick 2-minute video Alex made, the Gaming Claw. Very good stuff. This is Raging Dash Majin Buu South Supreme Kai, because of course he has absorbed the Southern Supreme Kai. His leader skill is Tech type, Attack, and Defense 60%, so not really great there. Super attack is Mighty Powerful God Shockwave, that's a mouthful. Supreme damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. So he does greatly lower defense, which is useful in about 2 fights in the whole game. But hey, you know, it'll give you a little extra damage. It'll give you something. His passive is Full Power Body. Ki +2 and attack 70% when HP is 99% or below, which is okay, I guess. In particular, like, if we're talking about extreme tech, like, LR Goku Black will clash very hard with this passive right here, since LR Goku Black is constantly healing, but 99% or below is a pretty easy threshold to hit. Now his links, Majin, Brutal Beatdown, Berserker, Big Bad Bosses, Infinite Regeneration, Wall Standing Tall, and Fierce Battle. Obviously, links are where this guy runs into trouble, so if he doesn't have his passive going off, he's really not going to be able to get a super attack off, because there's not a lot of tech Buus for him to link up with, so you're going to have to use this guy on like a villain team or a Buu team. Now, I will say this. In the future, if we get some sort of Majin Buu category team, that could be ridiculously fun. I'd really be interested in that with a lot of these different units. And this guy could be pretty good on there. Because, again, a lot of these Buus have very similar links. And if you had a full team of all these Buus with all these links active, like, that could be pretty clutch. I'm definitely looking forward to the day when we get the Majin Buu category. Alright, so that covers the tech Buu. Not really too great. You know, he's just a very meh unit overall, I would say. Next, let's go ahead as soon as I can find my boy. Went right by him. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm fucking up all over this fit. Yo, where is he at? There he is. We're going to do Buutenks here, who is actually a pretty good unit. Like, he's actually really good. Obviously, he's fallen off a little bit now because he is pretty old. But sealing is something that is always very useful. Now, again, lately in Dokkan, the newest bosses are, like, always almost immune to sealing. But you can still get a lot of value out of it in, like, the first, second, third stages of these boss fights. So it's not completely worthless. We have Tactics Evolved Majin Buu Gotenks, because, of course, this is Buu after he absorbed Gotenks. By the way, I will mention that I do think there needs to be a new, a Transcendent UR version of Majin Buu with Gotenks absorbed, because that was a very powerful form to only have an SR that Dokkan awakens into an SSR. Like, we need more than just that, because Ultimate Gohan is, like, the strongest character in Dragon Ball Z who's not, like, a fusion or anything like that. Or, you know, like, fusion, all types of that crazy bullshit. So, he gets dusted by this Buu right here. So, I would really appreciate it if we got a TUR version of him at some point. Maybe he could be the Buu category lead. That would be fine. Although, then we wouldn't be able to use this guy, which would suck. So, this guy's leader skill is attack 5% for every key sphere obtained. Again, you're not going to get very much value out of these nuking skills. Super attack is Super Donut Chain. Causes extreme damage and seals super attack. So obviously that's the big value of this unit, is that sealing super attack. His passive is a brand new ability. Attack 12% per strength key sphere obtained. That's obviously not going to do very much for you. But his links is where he does have a gem in here. He has the Wall Standing Tall, Nightmare, Majin, Over in a Flash, Metamorphosis, Formidable Enemy, and Demon. So he does have Over in a Flash, which obviously is a 3-key link. The only thing is, real quick, let me just take a quick gander at the Extreme Strength. No units on Extreme Strength have Over in a Flash, huh? And only this Buu, yeah. So, Gotenks Buu is the only Strength Extreme unit that has Over in a Flash. So that's not going to do you any good on a Janemba team. But Metamorphosis and Nightmare would do you good. So it looks like in order to utilize Over in a Flash with this guy, you do have to have him on like an Omega Shenron-led strength team that would have like fusions like Gogeta and stuff in it. That is a shame. That's one reason why he was so good like a while back, is because you could have this Omega Shenron team. You know, you obviously would want like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who's the strength one, who's pretty good. You know, you'd have Gogeta, obviously, Over in a Flash. And then this Buu, you know, sealing and then Over in a Flash giving each other key would be pretty useful. But, you know, a lot of factors have come into play that does degrade this guy. Still, though, a sealer, never the worst idea. Sealing always can be pretty useful. All right, guys. That will cover it for today, this Majin Buu-centric episode. Again, Intelligence Kid Buu is good. I do not care who says otherwise. It's just the difference between him and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is you could just toss Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta out there with anyone on the team, and he's dominant. Kid Buu, I will admit, does need help from his team around him, but you get him a little bit of support, and this man is going to be hitting like a monster truck. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Later.